Glad to have you along from Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. Just about halfway through the season and things are starting to take shape here in our coverage of EA Sports College football. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Utah Utes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Rice-Eccles Stadium is nestled at the bottom of the Wasatch Mountains. This is a gorgeous college football season, but it has also seen a lot of great sports history. Home to the opening ceremonies for the 2002 Winter Olympics, it will host opening ceremonies again in 2034. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense in a bunch formation. Keeps it moving, it's Bray. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
The Utes can really attack on this 2nd and short. They give it back to him. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Changing the routes with his receivers. Just going to keep it after the snap. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. And the Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run him again. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
From the gun, it's free. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll pull it down and run. There he goes. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Bray. Maybe a crease. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Utes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They're going to ride this running back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Utes!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he bounces it through, knocking it off the right upright for the point after. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Offense working from the pistol. Complete to start this drive. Quick step and go. Flying out to the left. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he scores! Touchdown, Georgia!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point was good to finish things off.
Number 8, set to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Delayed handoff. It's Bray. At the 35, he's got room. Turning over the Jets. What a play by this offense. Finally out of bounds, and a perfect way to wrap up the first quarter. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Yeah, and this offense is built behind this guy. I mean, a guy that you can hand the football to consistently and expect positive yards all day long, all game long. Now he's over 100 yards on the day.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. It's first and 10. Here's a gift to Parker. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
And the Utes will snap it on first and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. In the red area, it's Parker. Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Utah! And they take it in for 6 more points. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the point after is good.
Utah 14, Georgia 7. Number 92, set to kick it off.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Will take over first and 10.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Oh, he's got some space. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. The Dogs will hustle to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Handoff for Frazier. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Rush is on.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping him up and getting to the ground.
Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. On the run, it's Briggs. It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. This time they'll throw it. Here comes the heat. Breaks into the open. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Quarterback changing the play. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Right side, it's Andrews. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Utes will bring the punt team onto the field.
On to kick it away.
Way back in his own territory as he hauls it in. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Finds his target. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Bulldogs want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw on first. Finds a spot in the middle. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Fresh center downs going to the air. Fires left. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Oh, he wants it all. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
One more snap coming before halftime. On third down, here's Frazier. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We start with Oregon. Taking on the number 5 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Ducks getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team. That is another solid victory for this team, who now gets to 5-1 on the season. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the American Conference.
Enough to move the chains. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most fit.
Oh, look out on the right. Past the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Touchdown.
And you got to love the mindset that this squad just came out with in the second half. Clearly could not run the football the way they wanted to in the first half. Second half came out with energy, with passion, got the running game going, and then no surprise, they go down the field, they double up their rushing yards, Palmer, and they punch it in the end zone.
Give the guys up front a ton of credit, too, because they were missing some assignments, getting pushed around a little bit here in the first half, which is why they weren't able to have success running the football. And they had a little bit of a come to Jesus, it seems, at halftime. They've come out now playing a little bit angry and finally able to get some movement up front. That made all the difference here on this drive with their ability to run it.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
And first down for the offense.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Back's got it on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Second down, going to throw it. Makes the grab. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Third and short now from their own 48. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Really nice job.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. Shakes off the defender. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Long way to go on second down. Handoff for Parker. Maybe some room here. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Utes! That one will give them the lead. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And he finished things off with that 36-yarder for a score. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. And the Dogs want to pick up the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Here's a give to Frazier. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Keeps it on the bootleg. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. They snap it to the up end. He'll try to run for it. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the 1st down, and the chains are moving.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Handoff for Frazier. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. And the Bulldogs are in the hurry up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Hit as he throws. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. There he goes. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah! That's his third touchdown of the game, and he just has 4 now on the season.
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sideline's going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
And he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. He's got it. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Wants to go up top on second down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. Neither of these teams are ranked in the top 25 at the moment, but it's early in the season. Still plenty of time to fight their way in as we take a look at how things stand now. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll move the wide receiver. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Caught by Williams on the left. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And that one is picked off in the end zone. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. And the Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Here's a gift to Parker. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Here's Wayshawn one more time. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long.
Wide 53! Wide 53!
Handoff for Parker. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision.
Offense facing 4th down.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Timeout called by the Utes. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And they are looking to tack just a few more points onto this lead late. And it's good! And that lead grows even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Fresh set of downs going to the air. He wants a big play here late. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
Oh, pressure's coming. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the fourth quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Got to make the play on fourth. A deep throw as the clock winds down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
After being stopped